The nature of law has changed with the times. According to Dempsey and Dempsey 2014, the ACT government has passed legislation to allow same-sex couples to marry despite the fact that it violates federal marriage laws. This evidence illustrates the transition from the original pre-modern nature of law to the nature of late modern law under the required transition of time, as demonstrated by the fact that pre-modern law was based on economics as the basis for marriage rather than from attraction to the other person. While the nature of the late modern law is more advocate of free sex, women's economic independence, the rates of non-heterosexual relationship, and the unmarried cohabitation. These two different views of law have had a profound impact on the identity of people of the current era. In pre-modern law, women had little stake in the home and were dependent on their husbands to do the household chores and maintain a hard life and home. In late modern law, the state of women has improved. Most women no longer need to rely on men and become strong women in the workplace, which has greatly increased the divorce rate in modern society. According to Jomer and Proof 2015, intimacy has been identified as important to the psychosocial development of adults by providing individuals with the opportunity to feel understood and accepted in a relationship. A consensual affirmation of personal worth. This evidence points to the presence of intimacy in late modern law in families or couples, which means that people who care about each other they things establish intimate relationship that can then serve as a confirming help on spiritual level when the other person is experiencing difficulties and setbacks, as well as having an arm to lean on. For couples or cohabitants, the establishment of intimate relationship can also play a role in their lives as a seasoning. Of course, the biggest advancement in the transition to late modern love is the legalization of same-sex relationship, which is a qualitative leap forward for Australian society as a whole, reflecting the extension of law and making society more tolerant. Modern thinking has evolved with the times, opening up a life of individuals, nation, and freedom, and the vast majority of women are no longer controlled by secular feudal thinking. It is estimated that 75,000 families had full-time fathers in 2016, representing approximately 4% of two-parent families in Australia, Jomer and Pro 2015. This evidence clearly demonstrated the gradual increase in the status of women in late modern law and the fact that the task of raising children is not just borne by women alone. The number of people working from home in Australia has doubled since the mid-1990s, surging to approximately 14% by 2016, while the number of people working part-time to care for children has risen from 1% to 5%. Yet approximately 92% of fathers work full-time compared to 42% of mothers, Jomer and Proof 2015. It is straightforward to see that modern women are putting more effort into their work, and the degree of progression from the old days are depressing to today's independence is very significant. According to Dempsey and Dempsey in 2014, the age and first marriage has increased in the last 30 years in Australia, and many had multi-sexual relationship or lived with a partner before marriage. This evidence also visually demonstrates that modern people are breaking away from traditional feudal institutions and seeking symbols of individuality. For individual women, this is an opportunity to enhance their self-worth and enjoy their lives. For Australian society, it is a social present that overturns previous policy changes and accommodates and embraces cultural diversity. According to Xiangwei 20 and 03, Australia has shown a trend towards low marriage rates in late modern love. This is reflected in individuals' increasing quest for originality and quality of life, which promotes sustainable social development. At the same time, its low marriage rate is also due to the betrayal and the dualness present in marriage. According to Violence 2017, modern love is one of the most depressive of love and marriage in 19th century literature. The poem opens a distinguishing union between an anonymous husband and wife, and the meticulous description of poem by implication conveys the forced commitment most people have to love moving forward in marriage. This case in the book shows the contemporary unfaithfulness to marriage and the idea of failure of the other half to produce it, so much so that this idea spreads out and causes most people's desires for marriage to plummet. This has to some extent contributed to the desire for more freedom in late modern love, the improvement of self-cultivation and the degree of ultimacy enjoyment of life. According to Campbell and Conferman 2017, commitment, intimacy, and passion are all important components in an intimate relationship. Personalization and fluidity are symbols of late modern love. The evolving nature of love is for the women of the heir and other individuals, an enhancement of the value of the individual themselves and the achievement of the freedom of love. And for Australian society, the achievement of a sustainable construction of an inclusive society.